Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup video. So what you want to start with is a clean and fresh face. And we're going to go in today with Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. And I have very dry skin, so I have to moisturize my face. So next we're going to use an eyebrow brush, and for me I just like to comb my eyebrows into place because I have very thick flyaways and very thick eyebrows, and most of the time they never like to stay in place, so I have to brush them before I use them. And next we're going to go in with the E.L.F Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. Guys, I'm running out. I love this. I swear by this. I use it all the time on my eyebrows. It keeps them into place. They do not move. And it's just a great product. So next we're going to go in and use the NYX Tame frame. And I'm using this in the color Expresso. So this is a tinted brow pomade, and guys, this lasts so long and you do not need to use a lot of it, like at all. I'm using the MAC 266 eyebrow brush. I got this a long time ago. It's actually really old and I need a new one, but it's a great tool. No other eyebrow brush has really worked for me, so I continue to use this. Next, we are going to use a flat brush with a straight angle so that you can get under those brows. And what we're going to be using today is the Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer by NYX. Again, guys, I swear by this product. I use it so much and it gets my eyebrows just how I want it, in the shape that I want it, and it's very clean. So this is what I use for my eyebrows every day. Usually my friends see me on Snapchat and Instagram and ask me, oh my god, like, how did you get your eyebrows so detailed and, you know, concise? And this is what I use. So next we're gonna go in with this E.L.F blending brush. This is an old brush that I got a long time ago. So I use it for blending all my concealer in, especially for my eyebrows. Because my eyebrows are so thick and so wide, it's a great tool for me to use. We're going to go in with more of that NYX concealer and spread it on your eyelid. So the reason I'm doing this is so the color pops a little bit more, and you know, it just gives that nice finish that I like when I do my eyeshadow, because it's going to be generally natural. It's not going to be a lot of color or anything like that. So I just pop that on. There. So if you're wondering what I'm going to use to put on my lid, girl, I'm going to use that E.L.F Beauty Bronzer. So this is a palette and it comes in 4 colors. I have the deep bronzer color, so I'm just gonna use 2 of those colors in the palette. As you can see, I'm gonna use the first one and the 4th one. I'm gonna take another blending brush that I got from E.L.F a very long time ago as well. I gotta get rid of these old brushes, y'all. I'm working on it. But I'm gonna take that 4th color and I'm just gonna put it in the crease and try not to get it on the lid. After using that blending brush, I'm going to go in with a contour brush. Don't ask me why. And I'm going to go in with that first color over the lid. This color is clearly a little bit lighter. It matches my lid a little bit better. And that's why I use that color on my lid. And that way you can really see the color that's in the crease. And it pops more even though it's a little bit natural. Then I go in with this E.L.F concealer brush. And I know it's just concealer brush, but I kind of use it to blend out the two colors and just to make it not look so harsh, especially with that deeper color at the top. So next we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and I have the color 330 Toffee. So the second foundation I use is the MAC Matchmaster Foundation in 8. I've had this foundation for a long time, and it's actually a gift from my mom. And I use it in the summertime. I mix it with my Dewy+Smooth Fit Me foundation just so I get the correct color. And I usually put the darker color a little bit on the outside because the outsides of my face are a little bit darker than it is on the inside where the light hits. So that's why I use both those colors. So I'm just using a small little flat brush to get all of my foundation in the right places. And then I'm gonna go in with one of those brushes. I actually got this from the beauty supply store. It is one of those oval brushes, and I just wanted to try it out without buying, you know, the real thing. And it actually works pretty good. So I've been using that for a while, and I love using it. I love using it. I go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And I don't know if you guys know about this. This is one of the best concealers I've ever used. And I just put that basically under my eyes, on my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead, basically like your T-zone. And I just use a sponge. And y'all make sure your sponge is clean and it is damp. Aaliyah J told me that actually. Make sure it's clean and it's damp, and it's actually better to use it that way because after using my concealer, you gotta set that thing, girl. So I use banana powder, and I actually got this powder off of wish.com if you've ever heard of it. I know it takes long for things to get to your location. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks, but it was worth the wait actually. And I just go in with an angled sponge, and I basically just plop that on my face and just set my concealer in. And I used to use a little bit and it just did not work. So I started putting a little bit more, and I realized that it looks way better. So don't overdo it though. So next we're going to go in with the NYX Makeup Highlight and Contour. This was also a gift, but I'm gonna use that 5th shade and that 8th shade today. So I'm going to use my E.L.F angled brush, and I also love this brush a lot. But I gotta find a new contour, you guys. I think this one is too dark for me, but I use it anyway because it's what I have at the moment. But we'll get better as time goes on. So I am then going to get rid of all that Ben Nye powder with an E.L.F powder brush. And I realized that if you leave it on there too long, you start looking cakey. So in between doing my contour, I try to get all that powder off my face. So we're almost done, ladies. Next, I'm going to go in with that fifth shade on that NYX contour palette. And I'm going to get that smaller angled brush. And now I'm going to contour my nose. So I get the right, the left, and a little bit under. I know a lot of people don't do that. But because I have a smaller nose, I like for it to just be really defined. So next I'm gonna go in with the E.L.F powder blush palette, and this is a beautiful palette. All these blushes come out beautiful. And I have the darker palette, and this is amazing, guys, but you have to be careful with it because sometimes I tend to put on a lot and then it's just like, how do I get this off? Then you might have to do your face over, and you know how that goes. So try to avoid putting a lot on here. After applying this blush with my little pretty powder brush, we're going to go in with the E.L.F golden bronzer. And although this says bronzer, I love to use it as a highlighter. It comes out so cute. And if you want to be shining, yeah, this is what you need. I use a mix of the first two colors at the top because the other two are just really light for me and it just does not look good on me. So we're gonna pack that on there. And I'm just using a highlighter brush from E.L.F again. This is a great brush. It gets everything I want on there. I don't really like the fan brushes because they don't really do a good job to me. If I want to be highlighting, I want to be highlighting, and I want to see it, honey. And then I go back in with that powder brush just to dust anything extra off and just to blend it a little bit more. Then we're going to start on the lips. So what I'm using is a lip liner, and it's a brown color. I got this from my beauty supply store, guys, and it's called Wood Lip Liner Pencil, and the shade is 90. And it's really cute. Like, when I came across it, I was like, oh my god, I love this color. I have to have it. So I bought it. Next, I'll be using the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Ginger Snap, and I use this color all the time. If I want to do something neutral and nude, this is what I go to. I don't really like nudes that are close to my skin color because then I just look washed out and I look very plain, and I don't like that. And I usually use the butter gloss on the outer skirts of my lip. And then I'm going to go in with another beauty supply product. It's called Lip Shine in the color Taupe A63. And I'm going to put this on the inside and in the cupid's bow of my lip just to give it that pop that everybody is looking for, but you can't quite find. So after you take a moment to embrace all that fineness you see in the camera, you're going to go in with the Great Lash Maybelline New York mascara. And if you don't already know, this is the mascara to have if you don't have one already. And it's generally cheap. It's not that bad. So I have about 2 of these just in case one runs out, because you know I always have to have my eyelashes popping. To set everything in, hunty, you're going to use a Master Fix by Face Studio Maybelline New York setting spray. And there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. This was my first makeup tutorial, and I hope I did well, and I hope you liked all the products. I tried to make everything generally cheap because these are for my girls who are in college or who may not even have it like that. You know, you can still ball on a budget and look pretty on a budget. So look out for my next video. If you have any comments, leave it down below. I'm going to make sure to attach my social media handles in the description box and the products that I use. And again, thanks you guys for tuning in. See you next time.